We have a battle of the speedsters here. We have Tsuna and RWBY.
A battle of motherfuckers that like to shoot themselves around with momentum, and it's a
this is going to be an interesting one. Debating for Tsuna, we have Thurman, and debating for RWBY, we have Red.
Can we get the steps, please, David?
Abandon New York City. We're going to go for the kill. These motherfuckers are bloodlusted. I just want to see somebody rip somebody's goddamn head off. I'm tired. So, go.
I'm tired. I want little children blood now.
Yeah, I forgot. Both of these are like 16. Maybe 14.
I don't care.
Well, no, isn't Tsuna? Hold on, Tsuna's, and this is part of the video, David. So shut the fuck up. You go and drink your alcohol, okay?
Ref.
Go dip your fucking gummy bears in alcohol.
I don't have any gummy bears.
Okay, listen. First of all, yeah, how old is Tsuna? Is he middle school? I forgot. Wasn't he like middle school age?
Yeah, he's middle school age. He's a middle schooler.
So, no, then RWBY would be a bit older. RWBY's 16 in the beginning. And what is she now, David? Like 17 and a half?
17, 18?
Like almost 18?
Rock.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
Wrong.
He actually had...
No age gap. Ooh, the age gap in fiction never works.
Oh, I know. Oh, I wasn't using that. I was just like literally pointing it out. All right, go ahead, Thurman. Introduce.
All right, so intro. Tsuna was once your average, boring junior high school inhabitant, living a normal life. He wasn't that very popular. He was known as the no good Tsuna.
I'm gonna fucking baby drop that on.
Until he realized from a visit from a baby named Reborn, who's actually a mafia hitman.
Was he really a baby? Dun dun dun.
Who came to tell him that he came to tutor/train him to become the next mafia boss in the Vangole family. Seems that Tsuna has mafia blood in his family. Woohoo! So, the series just rotates of Tsuna learning how to become a good mafia boss.
And we don't talk about the ending, right?
While also fighting other mafia bosses, and like David said, we're going to ignore the shitty ending. So that's my boy Tsunayoshi Sawada, or if we're in Japan, Sawada Tsunayoshi.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a lolly with a sniper rifle scythe. Yeah. So reason that we picked this battle is because both characters like just fucking rocket themselves around and are very fast. I'll give a quick like plot introduction and then focus more on like the fighting style of her. Plot wise, nothing crazy special. It is Rooster Teeth. That's not really their forte. But
it really isn't.
Yeah, but RWBY is a girl that wants to be a huntress. We immediately, the first time we see her, she's already kicking ass of some random thugs. She doesn't fuck around. But what makes her special is that she's a nerd. She's a weapon nerd. She loves weapons. Like the same way we go into fucking cons and like nerd out about the action figures. She would like nerd out about the fucking weapons. Oh my fucking gosh! She designed her own weapon.
It's also a customizable, high-impact sniper rifle.
A what?
It's also a gun.
Which is inspired by her Uncle Crow, which is a scythe.
Inspired by Soul Eater.
A huge... Go fuck yourself. Are you kidding me? Come on. David, can you fucking crucify him real quick, please?
What did he say?
He was saying that RWBY was ripping off Soul Eater.
Has been inspired by Soul Eater.
I mean,
David, help me.
He's right and he's wrong, but Maka's scythe isn't a fucking sniper rifle, bitch.
Yeah, also, is it transformable and like as versatile as hers? I doubt it. So anyway,
Nope.
But since she designed this weapon herself, you hear this line a lot in anime, like the whole like it's a part, use it as an extension of your body. But RWBY really does fight with her scythe like an extension of her body. She doesn't fight with a scythe in the same way you'd expect someone to fight with a scythe, like Grim Reaper fucking hacking at you. No. RWBY, when she's choreographed well, is supposed to. Ruby fights with her scythe because her scythe is so fucking large. It's not like a normal like scythe that you just wield and do that. She fights with her scythe like she's dancing with it. It's like a choreographed dance with her scythe. And if you want to, just good example, and I'll put some GIFs up as I'm editing this as well. The Ruby Red trailer is a perfect example of her fighting style. There's even one of my favorite scenes of all time, just to show how literally it's like a dance with her weapon when she fights, is when she's literally laying on it and then she like flips, like she flips and just lays on it. Like it's literally like this thing is like an extension of herself when she fights. And just like Tsuna, she uses it to like propel herself around, and it's also a fucking sniper rifle. So yeah, that's my introduction for her.
All right, so I'm guessing I'm going to go first here. And to say that Tsuna, so the thing is about Tsuna has had many different, let's say, I wouldn't say forms, but different types of like ways of battle as the series progressed. When he got the hyper desperation bullet, and then he got the Xboxes. Now and then
I love spamming X burner J stars,
and then a few other abilities. But since most battles we do are all composite, I believe. Am I wrong? Are we doing
for manga stuff? Because there's only one Hitman Reborn and there's only one. So, I guess there is the RWBY manga, but I haven't looked at it. I have no.
So So basically, I'm going to list out a few of Tsuna's speed feats, and then I'm going to list out the advantages that he has over Ruby. So first and foremost, Tsuna is actually faster than light.
What? What the fuck?
You see,
a lot of people.
David,
I know a lot of people try to.
One second.
Just go, Thurman. Just go.
A lot of people try to debunk that. So here we see Tsuna basically fly away from Enma's black hole. Now, Enma has the ability to actually control gravity.
No, Thurman. Did they say it was literally a black hole? Like, is it?
Yes.
His speed is massively hypersonic, according to the respect thread.
He is extremely FTL. Not extreme, but he's FTL from being able to pull away from actual black holes.
But do we know for a fact that this
ability actually has been stated to be able to control gravity. So those black holes aren't
but
real.
We don't know. Listen, man. Like, just because look at, if we're looking at this manga, I'm looking at the scan right now. If this was an actual black hole, it would be fucking catastrophic to the world around it. Okay, like it might be like half as strong as a black hole, 25% as strong as a black hole. I doubt it's a full black hole.
Oh, but it is, kind sir.
It's just like your fucking like argument with like in Link Yang. You're trying to say that light arrows travel the speed of light, or lightning arrows travel the speed of lightning. That's not the case. So you're saying the same exact thing with this.
Oh, but they are.
That's so. Oh my gosh!
So he pulls away. So he actually be able to do that. Plus,
Red, you got the respect thread there.
Tsuna actually is able, even with that. So we already have FTL
hypersonic bitch.
No, not hypersonic. Don't use versus battle. They're cancer.
No, but like Thurman, Thurman, this is legitimately pissing me off, and at least we'll get views from like us arguing. But like, you take things so fucking literally, okay? So like, oh my gosh. So because it's called a black hole, like it can't just be like a black hole magic. Like, you know how many black holes I've seen? Like fucking Mob Psycho when they made that
magic. There is no magic in the universe.
Well, then what the fuck was this?
Do you know?
Did a star collapse? Did a star collapse in front of them and create a black
flame? Desperation flame. That's the first thing. And it seems like you forgot. Seems like you didn't read the manga.
I read half the series back in middle school. I never finished it.
Exactly, and that's
there
why
is the one from Reddit.
Keep going, Thurman.
And that's
Keep
why
going.
you. So, not only that, but Tsuna knows how to maneuver very well because his way of travel is through his gloves, his Vongole gloves, which are pretty powerful that he got from Reborn, because what Reborn explains is that every Vongole boss chooses a weapon that's nature to them, and they have to train in a certain training to get good at that weapon. For example, the first Vongole boss, spoiler, used gloves to fight. There's actually one Vongole boss who uses a staff. The ninth one did. There's actually one, I believe it's the fourth or fifth one that actually used forks to fight. It's very interesting. So,
I mean, it's not spoilers. The series has been done for like 7 years now.
Okay, I'm at the part. Hold on, I'm at the part in the respect thread about the black hole. Don't expect. Okay, so dodges attacks from Tsuna, who can fly. So wait, well, who's this respect thread Thor? It's not for Tsuna. It's for someone else.
it's probably for Mokuro, to be honest. Okay,
The guy who
Yes.
makes black.
no,
One
and
second. Here we go.
So let me continue my turn, please. Anyway,
Here's the other
No,
one.
it's part of the debate, smartass. It's a good. Actually, it's good debating. Thanks, man.
Here.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Thurman.
so it's actually another good speed feat here. Tsuna was actually able to react to someone who's actually moving at the speed of light.
Oh my god.
And I'm
Sure.
posting that. At the end because the final dying will that he had, he was able to react to someone who said he was moving at the speed of light.
Thurman.
So
Why? Hold on, Thurman. Why, if you knew, why would you let me do a battle with Ruby? This is getting very fucking Alberto-y right now, where it's like, hey, guess what? Roll
because Ryan said that Ruby was the speed of light.
What the fuck?
Let me fucking check that. Hold on. I mean, because like people fucking overestimate this, or people fucking casually throw out that people are speed of light all the time. I wouldn't assume that, but maybe. I doubt it.
Because Ryan told me that Ruby is the speed of light. That's what he said.
David, what do you think?
Roll with it. I
Whatever,
mean,
man.
right here.
Because I was told she's speed of light, so I assumed this fight would be good since they're both basically around the same speed. Because that what Ryan told me. I'm not caught up in Ruby, but that Ryan said that she was speed of light.
Which Ryan? Gilbert?
Yeah, he said that.
People fucking throw out speed of light so much.
I mean, was he wrong? If he's wrong, I apologize, but that's what he said.
Well, I mean, I don't know because I don't assume someone's a speed of light unless it's specifically mentioned. So the black hole thing, I was gonna call bullshit, but like the person's literally saying they're moving at the speed of light, I will give you that one. But like no one's on. Yeah, I'm already on that exact respect thread, David. I've been on that one for a long time. Go ahead, just keep going, Thurman.
All right, so keeping that in mind, here's how I see the battle going. So I haven't seen much Ruby, but I feel like Tsuna has the advantage in the air because of how maneuvered he is. Like he can dodge stuff in the middle, in the air. Like he can fight in the air. The air is like his bread and butter when it comes to that stuff. So
yeah, Ruby too, buddy.
Here's how I see this going. Tsuna has an ability called 0-point breakthrough, and there's two versions of this. The 0-point breakthrough revised, which basically absorbs desperation flames, and then there's first edition, which can freeze opponent. I'm sending that in right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Tsuna basically has the ability to freeze his opponent with 0-point breakthrough first edition. And also, Tsuna has been known to have super intuition, which basically, if we all know what intuition is, right? Should I explain it?
Explain it for
Yeah,
the
I mean,
viewers.
for the audience members, yes.
think of it as not precog per se, but think of it as like knowing something is wrong, like knowing, like basically having a feeling, having an intuition that something is wrong, something that something isn't right, basically. So he has been and he has been known to react to things that, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it a precog, but in the sense of that he basically knows something's wrong. He can react, and he can react to attack. For example, he right here and he reacts to a sneak attack because of intuition, and he can tell and he can see through illusions because he fought someone whose main purpose is who uses illusions. So that's the first thing. So I don't see, even with Ruby being speed of light, Tsuna has the ability to have the intuition, so he can basically know when Ruby's targeting him, like maybe certain weak points or something like that. I don't know how good of a combat tactician Ruby is, but if Ruby tried to attack him with like pressure points or whatever that, he'd be able to basically know that. And Tsuna has the durability to tank any bullet that. First of all, I mean, he can easily dodge any bullet since he's like speed of light. But at the same time, just in case that just by luck she gets him, he has the durability to tank that.
I'm assuming you're sending scans for all these things.
Yeah.
You're saying? Right.
Yeah. For example, he survives a large rock falling on him. And I'll send one more here. Basically, he survives actual gunshots, and these gunshots were amped by
wait. If he's FTO, then how did he get shot by a bullet?
He's gonna say it's before he's FTL, I'm gonna guess.
Well, yeah, honestly, to be honest, yeah. He was an FTL at this point in the arc. He didn't get FTL until that, like, the last two arcs of the series.
Grown up Thurman.
And I think I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. I do not believe that Ruby is Lightspeed, but in order to make this a video, what I might turn, because David, would you agree with me that Ruby's not Lightspeed?
I honestly don't see how she's Lightspeed at this current point, unless there's something in the manga that I missed.
Mm-hmm. I'll be curious to ask Ryan about that.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the hell he was smoking.
Yeah, the problem is, like, and I would have, if I was caught up with Hitman Reborn, or if I was done with Hitman Reborn, I read it, I would have not accepted this. But what I will do in order to,
I apologize. I heard Ruby was.
No, that's okay. If Ryan fucking. Yeah, I do not see Ruby being Lightspeed. But what I will do just to make this a video is kind of just compare her like agility and speed and like the way she fights to Tsuna. Just like so. What I will just dive into a couple things. When it comes to, you were talking about Tsuna being really good in the air. When she's fighting, I'm gonna immediately jump to Volume 4 when she's fighting the Nuka Lave. It's one of my favorite in air things from Ruby. You'll see how Ruby's able to just kind of like fucking like just dash around in midair, same as Tsuna, in that regard, which is why I thought this would be an interesting fight. For speed feats, you have things like her semblance is actually speed. Like, that is her legitimate semblance. Oh, check that. First of all, Thurman, check that GIF real quick. I'm just curious on your thoughts on it.
Interesting. So she does have mobility in the air very well.
Isn't that cool? I love that fucking scene. Oh, fuck. I'm just watching it right now. Don't worry. I'll fucking edit this shit out. Yeah, dude. Anyway, so that's one of my favorite feats for her, mobility in the air. But if we're talking like ground to ground combat, like the pure speed at which she like swings her scythe, like you were talking about like Ruby using, like, because you didn't know about her like fighting style. You were talking about like, oh, Ruby would use like pressure point, or like if she were to use pressure points, that's not how Ruby fights. What I would say her greatest asset would be catching people off guard with just the unpredictability of how quickly and how she uses her scythe. And I'll send a GIF of that here. And what I mean by that is, like, you'll see in this how I was talking about how she fights with her scythe like it's a dance, right? So like she's just flipping around it. She's doing. I couldn't see anyone like predicting the way she fights. It'd be like maddening to be able to predict, because a lot of people you'd think, oh, she'll just swing it at me like a scythe. No. She's flipping it like a fucking baton in a fucking marching band. So I will send a GIF of that at some point. These are. Let's see here. Another thing when it comes to in-air mobility. One of my favorite things is that we actually seen that she can change her momentum in midair. So like I'm gonna send a thing where she's actually trying to get up on top of like an airship, and you'll see her like most of the way up there, she's using her scythe. Basically, she uses the gun on her scythe to like propel her different directions. That's how she like moves in air, as you saw in that GIF. There's one scene in Volume 3 where she's actually like propelling herself up to an airship, and then she actually changes her direction in midair to get onto the airship. So her speed is, or excuse me, her semblance is just pure speed, like that's what it is, and she can just like rocket herself off in any direction at any given time. You see that?
Yeah. So that was that a double jump?
Yeah. She exactly. That's how her semblance can actually just propel her. Right, so like most of the way there, she used her. Remember the previous GIF that I sent you, where she was like propelling herself around with the scythe.
Mm-hmm.
That was like that. That's how she got to that point. And then for the last jump, she used that because with her semblance, at any time she can just rocket herself in like a short burst like that. She's already really fast, but her semblance makes her even faster in short bursts. I'm not sure. If anyone, I hope some. Like I can't find a clock of that, but I doubt it's lights. I doubt. I've never seen her. Let me actually find the GIF of the fastest I've seen her go, and see if you think it looks like the scene I'm thinking of. And David, I think you'll back me up on this. Do you remember the scene where she tries to get past Mercury?
Yeah.
Do you remember that in Volume 3 where Penny's about to be killed?
Yep.
Okay,
Spoiler
so that
alert.
Yeah, we can all agree that in that scene, Ruby would definitely be trying to go as fast as she possibly can because she's trying to get to Penny, right?
Yep.
So we should be able to accurately gauge how fast she can go with her semblance in that scene. So I'm going to find a GIF of that real quick. Like it show like you can see like how the hallway blurs out and she's literally turns into like something like you can't even see her. I'll be curious on your thoughts on this. Just because like she would definitely be trying to go as fast as possible. The guy did stop her, but he's really good. But like
That doesn't look speed of light.
Well, I don't think it's speed of light, but like.
But I'd say it's pretty fast. I would say that's kind of above FTDs. I'm not really good at
From like the blurs and shit. Like I mean, that's like she's definitely faster than sound. I have no qualms in saying that.
Yeah, I think she might be hypersonic.
Okay. So I guess other things. I guess like just for the sake of a video, let's. I'm pretty much already conceding it to you with the speed, but like for the sake of the video, what comparing combat techniques, let me get you a GIF of the way she uses her scythe. And I'd be curious to see how you think Tsuna would do against that real quick. So hold on, let me get you a GIF of that. Basically, take a look at these, and I'll put these in the video once they all send, and basically let me know like how would Tsuna do against someone who wields a weapon like this with his like what would your counteract say like because his main fighting style is hand to hand. Am I correct in that? I know he has the lasers and shit, but like
his main fighting style is you could kind of consider him like a long range to mid range fighting style. He can get in close to fight, but his bread and butter is long range to mid range. So I would say that Ruby has the advantage in close range combat.
Oh, certainly.
But at the same time, Tsuna has been trained by Reborn, whose main focus is close range combat, and Reborn is actually known to be one of the strongest people in the world. He's like one of the seven strongest people in the world. He's like one of the seven. So how I see this turning out is that
Did you take a look at the gifts I sent, by the way?
yeah. Seems like she has a very quick and swift fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
And however, I would say that combined with this intuition, because it seems like judging by the gifts, I don't know if I'm wrong. It seems like she kind of sleeps herself open because sights kind of like have like an opening in a sense.
Right.
So what I see going down is Tsuna with intuition would notice that, would notice like an opening in her.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended, no jokes aside from that. But and then he would be able to use 0 point breakthrough first distance to freeze her. Does she have any? Is she fast enough to release? Because I know Weiss is the ice person, but has she ever been able to unfreeze herself or have she ever been completely frozen solid and be able to move fast enough to be able to melt that ice? If we're talking about durability, then I feel like Tsuna.
You go into Tsuna's durability. Yeah.
Would be able to surpass her durability for a few reasons. One, because like I said, one of his best attacks, the X Burner, was able to destroy half. I wouldn't say half a city, but half an illusioned building. And I'll get that scan right now.
Okay. Yeah. See, Ruby's durability is not, or her destructive capabilities is not up to that. She's more of like she's a fine-tuned fighter. She goes for like the slices with her scythe and the quick headshots.
I think he was destroying. Let me see, destroying an island. I think.
Wait a minute. Ruby intercepts multiple ice shards. What is this?
Are they talking about the? I think they're talking about the manga there.
No, it's not. I just found it. Here, I'm going to send it.
Let me see if I can
Hold
find
on.
it.
Here, Thurman. I found the closest thing to her blocking an ice thing. It's actually Thurman. Hold on. I actually kind of like this. This kind of debunks your. I get what you're going with the opening theory, like the sites have openings, but like, here's what she can do when it comes to blocking shit. Click that, David. Take a look at that.
Okay, 1 second. I'm opening up Discord on my phone.
It's your favorite character, Jessica Negri.
Oh, fuck. It's Cinder. Ugh.
It was actually one of my favorite scenes with Cinder when she invaded the dance. Remember, she was leaving the dance?
Oh, right.
That was cool, Cinder. Here's what I'll argue, though, Thurman. I don't think you necessarily, like, it doesn't always come down to destructive capacity, capability, or however the fuck you say that. Because, like, obviously, if there's someone who can, like, fucking destroy cities, but you can get a headshot on them, that's still a headshot. Okay, wait, here's a question. Here's something I'll bring up. Thurman, I have a legit question for you. Listen. Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about so you said that he can tank, he's good at tanking bullets or whatever, but, like, what are his, how aware of his surroundings is he? Like if someone were, like, be really sneaky and stealthy and, like, get, like, a headshot, like could someone surprise him with like, a bullet?
No, because he's been able to react to those type of stuff.
Even when, like, someone's like even if it's, like, not like I'm not talking like a bullet that he sees coming, like, so, like a sneak bullet, a surprise attack.
Yeah. He's reacted to sneak attacks before.
Do you have scans of that?
Yeah, I sent it in there.
Okay.
I was talking about intuition. He
okay.
He didn't even turn around. Like, the guy tried to sneak up on him and he didn't even turn around.
Well, shit. See, here's the thing. The good part about stomps is, as long as you're thorough, it's still in there. Okay, so let's list the categories here. Destructive capabilities, Tsuna wins. Speed, Tsuna wins. Durability, what do you got for durability? Because Ruby's got some pretty good durability.
Okay, so I see. He took an attack that disintegrated a part of a school.
Let me get some good Ruby durability. Hold on. Ruby tanks a bill.
He clashed with power. Okay, yeah. So Zen's, yeah. Okay, so some of his best durability feats was fights against Zen's. So I'm saying those scans in here. Oh yeah.
I mean, here's another thing I can ask you. How would this affect Tsuna? Ruby can charge her bullets with different elemental things. She can have like ice bullets, electric bullets, fire bullets, with dust. Does that help anything at all?
No, sadly, because I mean Hitman Reborn verse they actually have different elements. Like the Desperation Flames take on different elements.
Okay, yeah, because Ruby can see. This would be a good fight if the fucking speeds weren't so different, because it's a lot of similarities.
Like
because Ruby has that shit too.
Yeah. Like you have lightning, you can have mist. There's there's water. There's a lot of stuff. So Tsuna has fought a lot of that stuff. So and actually he survived having increased gravity on him. I'm saying that. So he can take heavy lots of weights. He survived an explosion as well.
And honestly, I'm taking a look. David, you can probably back me up as the other Ruby guy. I'm looking at her durability feats, and they're not nearly as good as Yang's. Like,
no,
she's a lot more frail. Like, I mean, so like she's got shit like, takes a kick from Mercury.
He defended against an attack that was able to slice through lightning.
Good God, Ryan. Fuck you.
That stays in this video.
See, the Tsuna I knew was like, just I read up to like just after he learned X-Burner.
Oh yeah, you missed out on a lot, man. He got way stronger.
Oh gosh, that was what I assumed I was dealing with. That
they get a boost each. They get a boost each time. Like every main character gets like a boost.
Oh boy.
Each arc. But not like Dragon Ball Z boost. Like each boost makes sense. Like they lose their previous. Like they lose their previous boost for this boost.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I think let's go through it here. So speed, Tsuna. Durability, Tsuna. What other fucking destructive, Tsuna. I think
hack Tsuna.
The one advantage you gave me was that you think that I'm blanking out. Ruby. Sorry, I'm tired. You think that Ruby would have the edge in close combat? You think?
Yes, I truly believe that. Tsuna isn't a pushover when it comes to close combat, but his close combat mostly relies on long range and like attacks.
So, is there any way at all that the last hope I had, just to keep this video, just so I've covered all my bases? Is there any way that Ruby could, because I feel like obviously long range Ruby's gonna get fucked, but is there any way that Ruby could trip him up and like maybe get him in a close combat situation?
Well, with his intuition and with his speed, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm feeling like you're right. Let me just take one more look at her spec threads, because I mean, okay, so bullets, you said
he's tanked desperation bullets before.
Oh fuck. But desperation bullets don't they don't kill you. Are you talking about the bullets where that Tsuna or that fucking Reborn shoots in them? Does that really count?
No, not those Zamsis.
Oh, okay. Firepower.
It was like it was like the third arc after, because if you read up to the amusement park arc, he fought Mokuro, who does the illusions.
The last thing I remember, the last big thing I remember is like a really, really awesome elaborate fight where he was like fighting some, I don't remember what he was fighting, but he was like flying around a lot in a long like tunnel area. I don't know. You were in the future arc. Yes, I was. And I was in the future arc, and they had just invaded some. They were just in some area. I don't remember. It was like really, really long time ago.
Yeah, it was a base. It was some
Yep.
family base. Hello.
At some point, I might go back and read that. Like I said, I fell out of it for other reasons.
Yeah, but the gunshots that I'm talking about are you've seen it before, and I just found it, but he dodges close range gunfire too. Sending that.
Okay, so Tsuna has advantage in everything but close combat, and Ruby has no way to get him in a close combat situation. Bullets won't do shit to him. Her speed can't even get close to him because he's faster. Durability is better. Destructive capacity is better.
Ryan hoed us.
Yeah, but we made a video on it. We talked about it.
And the winner of the Chaos battle is Tsunayoshi Sawada.
With advantage in everything except for close combat.
Yeah.
At least Ruby had that one thing. Good on you, Ruby. You had one. You get one thing.
Hey,
Poor
at least
Ruby. Maybe you'll be revisited in another battle.
Then coming
Wolverine
up,
versus Dirge.
And coming up, we have the spite match of the century. The dicking of two fucking fanboys that just cannot get over their show that's shit. Sword Art Online's Kirito versus Black Clover's Asta. Before you're like, what the fuck is that fight and where did that come from? It's because these two people, their guilty pleasures, David's being Sword Art Online and Thurman's being Black Clover. So it's more of just like my character's better than yours, and we're finally gonna let them release their fanboyish rage.
It has literally, we know it's a bullshit fight, so just watch us tear each other apart.
It's gonna be a beautiful thing where it's not even gonna be like, it's gonna be less about the fight itself and more about like my shitty show is better than yours, and it's gonna be glorious. Just a lot of aggression and like repressed shit. I guarantee you. We might even have fucking blood spill. We might have friendships ending. It could be great. We'll see.
I'm not going to end friendships over a fight.
I was joking.
Never.
I'm not Alberto.
No, you're not Chris.
He's right.
Dude, I guarantee you get Chris on here. Here's the debate I want to have on our channel. Chris Velasquez versus Thurman, talking about what's better, Gintama or Ancient Mage's Pride. Oh no!
Stop so hard. I'd stop so.
Hey Chris, if you're watching this video, and I know you watch all these videos,
does he though?
I mean,
Chris's main argument is, Thurman, all your shows are shit, mine are great.
I mean,
that's
he's not wrong
argument.
though.
No,
that's
he says more than that. You're fucking cherry picking what he says.
Anyway, ending this video off.
Anyway, yeah, no, all that to serve as hype for. Stay tuned for some inevitable crazy debates. We'll have death battles, and we're also at some point I will make these two fucking have a debate of like fucking anime. Like, what's a quality anime? I want what makes a quality anime. Thurman and Chris, you have your two sides. You have your shonen trash, and your fucking like thinks he's what's it called? You know, like you have your shonen trash and your Rick and Morty. To be fair, you need to have a lot of intelligence to understand this show archetype.
Did you just meme this video? Did you just meme this video?
That's literally, yeah.
That's Chris. Oh my god.
So you have the two extremes. You have the too simple and the too hipster, and we're gonna have them clash at one point.
Oh my god, this is glorious. This is the roast of Chris.
I mean, I called you simple. Same sentence, man.
Anyway, tune in for that.
Peace.
Peace.